Hi guys. I am sitting here in my room making this video because number one, I don't feel like getting out another camera. Number two, um, this is going to be quick and painless. I'm making this video because I feel like I've had to kind of figure some things out on my own about homeschooling, coupled with watching videos, and seeing what other people are doing. For me, I don't know. I guess today I just realized, thinking about it last night and thinking about lesson plans and how to plan this and do this and have these folders and stuff ready and this, that, and the other. And I thought about it and I looked at the list of what a kindergartner should know by the end of kindergarten and realized that number one, well, first off, my baby, Junior, not the baby, he's 3. He walks in the kitchen this morning and he says, Kennethtjr, that's my name. That's me, whatever. And so I'm like, okay, these kids are smarter than what they're supposed to know. They know what, they know. Ugh, I can't even. And in a way, I am boasting, but I feel like all kids are smart and they know things, and whatever they're exposed to, they're going to learn it because they're like sponges. So I don't feel like my kids are any different than anybody else's kids. I just feel like whatever you expose them to, that's what they'll know and that's what they'll learn. And so I'm just saying, in my house I try to make everything, like when I buy them toys, I try for educational toys so that they don't feel like um so that they think that playing is education. You know what I'm saying? It's learning. So for me, this is me. And I feel like the homeschool videos and things that I watch, there are hauls and things which, people find great things, Um, but, my thing is, some people don't have that kind of money to go out and buy all this stuff, and that's fine. But what I'm saying for me is that I've learned, when I woke up this morning, I thought to myself, I don't even know why I'm stressing out about stuff. I don't know why I'm allowing what other people are doing in their homeschool worry me. That's just me. The thing about it is, if you have nothing to school your kid, especially for me, like my kids are 3 and 5, and then Braxton is 1, and he's already doing sign language for eat already. So anyway, that's another boasting, bragging about my kids. Um, but for me, there, as long as Lily knows her address, her phone number, by the end of this year, she will know everything that she's supposed to know being a kindergartner. But that doesn't stop me from teaching her and bringing the challenge on. But my thing is, I'm not going out to get anything else because what I have is enough. If I had a computer, a printer, that would have been enough for her for kindergarten, because all I'd have to do is sit at the desk and type out her letters, lowercase and uppercase, and print it out. You know, and you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. I'm just not. If you don't have a lot to homeschool with, don't you worry, because you don't need a lot. You can cut out letters, out of construction paper, or if you just moved and you have boxes, you can cut letters out of boxes. It's just, I mean, I'm just not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into all this. I could buy 6 curriculums, and you're gonna only need one, and if it doesn't work, then get another one. But my thing is, I'm just realizing all of this hoopla about homeschooling, it's just too much. It is too much. I mean, for me and my kids, because they're young. Okay, so yeah, when they get older, of course I'll be, you know, looking into curriculums and figuring out this and that. I don't have to do all that right now. It just don't make sense. And so for those of you out there who are worried about homeschooling your child, honey, listen, if they're small, you probably don't even have to buy anything for homeschooling. If you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, from my perspective of a brand new homeschooling mother who is doing this for the first time, I've realized that homeschool is what you make it, You know what I'm saying? Your child can ask you a question and you can go all the way to the end with that question. They can ask you about a butterfly. Child, you can go there and just have a whole, lesson about butterfly and all this stuff. Go outside, find a butterfly, whatever. Talk about it, read about it, Google it. Print out a paper, with a butterfly on it. It's not that serious. It's really not. Not when they this small. So for me, I'm not stressing about it anymore. I'm not. You won't see me doing a big old haul for nothing. Nearly nothing else when it comes to homeschool, because what you're gonna see is instead of a haul, you're gonna see me create the thing that I need out of what I have. Because a lot of times people don't realize you got to prosper. We got to plant and prosper where you are. You know what I'm saying? And even if I did have the money to go buy 4 and 5 different curriculums and do 12 or 15 different halls, I'm not doing that because it's not necessary. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the year, much of that stuff won't even be used. So I tell you what needs to be used is the brain. Use the brain and think about what other things you could be using that money for. Set that money aside to go into an account for them to go to college with. I'm not saying this is for everybody, but if it's for you, then it is. If it ain't, but then don't worry about it. But my thing is, don't be coming on here like, those of you who have been homeschooling, you got 5 different homeschool kids, you homeschooling, and everything. It's not, it's not all or nothing. It's not black or white. There are many gray areas to homeschooling, and I'm letting you know. This is a gray area, all that stuff is not even necessary. You could buy one little small book. Simple sometimes is little is much sometimes, so anyway, that's my rant for today. I'm not going to get caught up into all of this, oh, I got a haul here, I got a haul there, this, that, and then you ain't got nowhere to put the stuff falling over and running out of cabinets and all everything, and then you can't focus on, the schooling. I'm not doing that. I'm not, so, yeah, if you're homeschooling for the first time, don't get overwhelmed by all these videos out here about all these hauls and all this stuff people got. In the beginning, you don't have to have all of that. You really don't. You can go to the dollar store and get some puffs or something and colored puffs. See, my thing is, this is my thing. My kids are, like I said, 5 and 3. And there's nothing that I could do for them in the form of colors, shapes, numbers, letters. That stuff is old to them. So I'm sitting here like, if I did go buy a pre-K and kindergarten book, it's not going to do us any good. Then they already passed that level, so you can't if I got caught up into all of this stuff, I would be out there buying all this stuff. And then when I really get it home, they really can't use it, because they're past that level. That's why you got to know your kids and you got to know what level they're on and what they're going to need for homeschooling, and not look at these videos and think, oh my gosh, they're using Matthew Can See primer. I got to go out and get that and get all the pieces and stuff. No, you don't. You do not. Because Lily is into addition, subtraction, and starting to be in multiplication. And I don't have a math primer. She don't even use counters. So don't feel bad if your child don't use counters to count for math. Every child is different. She uses her fingers and toes. And if I try to introduce her these little pieces and M&Ms, and I tried the M&Ms, she don't need that. She don't want that. She doesn't want the M&Ms to count with, honey. She'd rather use her fingers and toes. And a part of her is probably just as old fashioned as her mama is. I'm old fashioned, and it was 6 of us, and my mom adopted 4 more, so it was a lot of us. I wish my mama would try to buy something. We had to use what we had, honey. Anyway, don't let them stress you out, honey. If it's your first time, do not be stressed. Use what you have. Go online, Google it, print out your sheets. Go and find something that's cheap, Use what you have, honey. I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna worry about all this stuff. So I got up today thinking, if I'm just going to revamp everything for my kids, because I can't do like everybody else. I can't get up and say, oh, we're going to do the letter A today and be on A for a whole week when my kids look at me like I'm retarded because they've done alphabet 2 years ago. and they looking like, Mama, what is this, and why we keep going over this? So do your kids, do what you need, and don't do none of this nonsense and these shenanigans and stuff going on around here about this homeschooling. Especially when they small. Now I can't tell you when they bigger. I don't have any advice for you because my kids are small, so I don't know what you're gonna do. I say do the same thing. Figure out what they need, get only what they need, and don't try to overdo it. You know, go at their own pace, and let the money follow their pace. 1 year you might spend $50, and the next year you might spend 100. And the next two, whatever. But anyway, that's my rant for today because I've been feeling some kind of way about it. And I'm going to put it out there because this is my channel. And I'm going to put what I want to on my channel. And I'm going to put how I feel on my channel so that the mothers out there who don't have a big pocketbook don't feel like, oh, I can't homeschool my kid because I don't have any money. Yes, you can. They've been watching you since they've been born around the house. So the thing I did with Junior, when I would change his diaper on the changing table, I was singing the ABCs for him. And before he could talk, he could sing his ABCs. You have it within you to do it. You can do it. And you don't need a whole lot of money to school your kids. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.